Just to start off, Jonathan, how did you convince your coach to manage to play this next year's Nines?
We had some lengthy discussions about it. He wasn't too keen to let me play, but I'm confident that I'll get my body right to be able to handle the rigours of Nines football. I experienced it on the sidelines earlier this year, so I'm excited about the tournament, and like I said, I had some lengthy discussions with the coaching staff and the important people at the club that I'll be right to play.
Is it a case of needing extra time just to rest, or the risk of injury that might come from playing in the Nines?
I think it's more about getting my priorities right, what I wanted to achieve each year, and on the back of winning the premiership for me earlier this year was about the World Club Challenge. I missed out on the All Stars because that was my main focus. So without the travel this next year, I'll be excited to be playing in the Nines and then also be able to back up for the Indigenous All Stars. So the pre-season schedule is obviously very busy, but I'm excited about it.
Jonathan, a lot's made about the open spaces of the Nines, but as Isaac Luke touched on, there's still the need to play to the percentages. And what have the Cowboys done in previous years?
That's something that we can be better at, is playing percentages, but because it's Nines football, people think you play to the spaces, but you still need to generate some ruck speed to expose those spaces, whether it be on the edge or through the middle. So we'll work on it throughout the pre-season, especially when we get back in January, where training really ramps up, and so it's an exciting time for the club. But like I said, you still need to play the percentages of kicking long and trying to pin teams in the corners and get them coming out of the corners instead of the middle where they split your defence. So it's an exciting time, and we've got a really good buzz about it, so it'll be good.
What about the personal matchup with Sean Johnson? You guys come up against each other at club and test level. He dominates the Nines.
He's the reason why people come through the gates, because he's an entertainer. This style of footy obviously suits his skill set. So, it's if our paths cross during the Nines, I'm sure there'll be plenty of talking and plenty of feedback about it. But for me, it's about getting my body right to handle what's needed in the Nines. It's obviously taxing on the body. It's fast paced, high energy stuff, high power running. So you need to get your body right, and I'm confident I'll do that.
How annoying has Gavin Cooper been in the last few years? I remember when they won it here, he was talking about playing halfback or 5'8".
He constantly reminds me that he brought the first silverware to the club, which is the first ever Auckland Nines. So he keeps reminding me of that. So he'll be put back to the bench this year. I'll be picking the team, so he'll be sitting on the sidelines, I reckon.
Can I ask a question? Kalyn Ponga, a lot of Kiwis are excited about what they saw from him in his debut appearance. Have you been in his ear, twisting his arm to play for the Maroons or Australia?
Look, that's a decision that he needs to make and to be comfortable with. If he needs any advice on that, then he's got people around him that can give him that advice. I'm more than happy to have a chat to him about it if need be. But he needs to be comfortable in his own skin when he makes the decision. There's obviously going to be a lot of backlash, whichever way he decides to go. But certainly, he's grown up pretty much all his life in Queensland. I think he feels as though he's an Australian, an Aussie kid. He's obviously got ties to New Zealand through his father's side, so he's got that background also. So it's a big decision for him, and there's obviously going to be backlash whichever way he goes. But like I said, he needs to be comfortable in his own skin when he makes that decision.
JT, on stage you mentioned that you're only a couple more years left in the game. Apart from premierships, what do you want to tick off before you retire?
For me, it's been the Nines, being able to play in the Nines. So it's a tournament and an event that I haven't been able to play in since its inception. So it's been a goal of mine to play in it, but it's been when I can pick and choose and when I'm more comfortable about playing in it. So, I'm comfortable that I'll tick all the boxes to get my body right to play in it. I experienced it earlier this year, the atmosphere and what the crowd brings and the energy of it. So I'm excited to be able to be playing in it this year. But it should be fun.
What about the Four Nations? Desperate to get your hands on that?
Obviously, the Kiwis are the title holders there. So We've got a game against them in Perth next week, so obviously there's experience and youth that Mel's picked in our side, and it's likewise with the Kiwi squad. So they've got a fairly new coaching staff as well, as do we. So it's about getting the preparations right for the Four Nations, and it starts off next week.
Do you feel like you're going in as favourites given what happened in the Anzac test this week?
No, not at all. They pushed us up in the last Anzac test, the Anzac test before that. So, they're certainly the favourites, the Kiwis. They're the title holders of the trophy, and it's an exciting time for Australian Rugby League.
Johnathan, what did you make of Todd Greenberg's comments yesterday about a line in the sand in terms of player standards? Is that something you agree with?
I'm not too sure what he said, sorry. So
just in terms of the omission of Andrew Fafita and Sammy Radradra?
Okay. Look, it's a stance that the game is taking. We want to see more fans and more people come through the gates, and more people watching our game. So, if the game feels as though that's the best decision to make, to get people through the gates and watching our game, then as a senior player, then I fully appreciate what the game is doing and stand up for that as well.
Okay, it's a full-time Daily M. What about just about the other JT, Jason Tamalolo, your clubmate? Just word on his progressions.
Yeah, look, he's been outstanding all year for us. His progression has been coming for a while now, and he's really found his feet. So, extremely proud of what he's been able to achieve over a short period of time. He's starting to realise his potential. He knows what to do with his preparations to get himself right to play his best football now. And, there was a lot of pressure on him when he come through very early. Debuted at the club as a 17-year-old and touted as the next Sonny Bill. So, he didn't handle that too well, and unfair pressure on these young players that are coming through now. So, Greeny's got the best out of him, and no doubt, he'll be fine for the Kiwis over the next month or two.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.